didn't write anything because I didn't want it to be scripted. And Shemaine had been like telling me like you need to prepare something to say, and I it's just part procrastination, part wanting to be more raw, wanting to be more like off my chest rather than she feels me. Thank you.
Oh, is that what that is? What is that?
Guys, come on in.
Yes.
Okay, so I
Poetry
first want to say
reading.
thank you to everyone here. Um, no one is chained to anything, so everyone is here by will. Thank you for that. Um, I wanted to thank people who put this together. I don't really like help. I'm just gonna be real with you. So this is all like thank you, because I wasn't the happiest camper. I was just like I don't want that. No, 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 no. And I'm giving Extreme a hard time, but this is amazing. So I want to thank her for this.
Clap, clap, clap.
Good for your home. Thank you, mommy, grandma, everyone. I don't want to leave anyone out, so I don't want to name anyone. Everyone's contributed gratefully. So I visited Oakwood in May, and I was, if you knew the old me, um,
Well,
Mhm.
um, then you would have known Oakwood was definitely not on the horizon. It would have never been on the horizon. It would have never been like a thought in my head. I was so anti like Adventist schools. Like growing up Adventist, like you're always at church. Like you're at for Vespers Friday night, then you wake up, you're at Sabbath school, you're there all day. If there's dinner, then you're super there all day. And then on Sunday, then maybe I wasn't in Pathfinders, but Under Shemaine had board meetings, so we were back at church. And then going to a public school, I was just like, whoo, like secularness. And so Oakwood wasn't like, like a thing.
Oh
I was
my
just like, oh, that's
goodness.
too Adventisty. Like, I'm not doing that. So I visited the school. Visited this art school. I was so like on it. I loved it so much. It was like I had my mind made up. Like you couldn't tell me anything different. And when I have my mind made up, like I have my mind made up.
where was the school?
And it was in San Francisco, Academy of Art University, San Francisco. It was an amazing school, but there were no black people, like nowhere. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool. I'll come out here and I'll still rock it. Like I ain't tripping. But
They would be, huh?
it was just like very few, very select, and I was really starting to get into like Afrocentricity, I guess you can say, like in finding myself and just going deeper with the music I was listening to. I started to be more about black people, and it was like a big sign that there were no black people. Like, is this where you want to be? Like, this is this it? And then so something happened, or not gonna. I'm gonna be real. I don't have no money, so I couldn't go.
Join
And
the club. Join the
um,
club.
sorry, I'm just be real with you. Um, so I didn't go. You know, it happens. So
What y'all talking about?
I went to Oakwood in May for my cousin's graduation, and I'm super like I'm all in the blackness. Like like I got the dreads popping. I got the Africa on my back. Like I'm all for it. And I get to we fly into Florida, and I'm looking like, oh, this feels real like slavey. But I didn't want to tell my cousin like, hey, your house feels slavey. So I'm telling my auntie like, hey, the vibe here is really like lynching. So she ended up telling us like in this like moss that grows on trees, like that's how you know you're in the South. And me, like I'm a person that remembers things by like if I see it, like I have a photographic memory. So I would just like picture like the bayou scenes or like movies with this type of stuff on the tree. So like it made sense. Like this is where they shoot like slave movies and stuff like that. And then she was telling me like this is a squares. This is where slaves were sold on Sunday. And like being more like in blackness, I just realized like I don't know nothing. Like I haven't experienced nothing. Like this California blackness that I think I know is nothing compared to like the South or like
Yeah,
the
it's
like
true.
you felt it. It was really thick in the air, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like wow, like I look like a big target. I'm just like, hey, like I'm here, and I was just like, whoa, this is real, crazy. It was a shock for me, but I was like wanting to know more. So we leave Florida, which was like a great experience. Um, and I'd never been to the South, mind you. I'd never been that area, so it was super new to me. We fly, so on trains, like you think this is something, like we're going to Huntsville, Alabama, like you better sit back and hold tight. So we get to Alabama, and I'm just like, whoa, like it didn't look visually slavey, but it was like you felt it, like wow,
Feel
like
it.
it was a vibe of like oppressness,
teach
but
them
like
anything in
conquering
these schools.
oppressness. So I went there, and like at the baccalaureate, I think it's called.
Baccalaureate.
Okay, there you go. So I saw people that looked like me, like natural hair and black people, and I was just like, oh, I love this, and they loved me, like, oh, I like your hair, or oh, like I like your Africa, yada yada. And I was really feeling the vibe, like, okay. And they were all polished and educated, like two grandmas, because they look killing me.
I have to edit
But
quite a bit.
but it was just like black people that were like going somewhere and that had
That's
goals, and they were
learning.
polished, and they like were
It was
professional,
tough.
and they wanted to like succeed. And I was like, this is where I want to be. And I had been getting like more in touch with God, and like I would always question, like, how come you don't speak to me like through a burning tree or something, or how come like I don't hear your voice. And there I felt like I heard more than ever before. Like I've heard it for the first time in my life. Like it was just, and he spoke through different people. I would speak on something, and someone else would speak on it. I was like, whoa, I just said that, and now you're saying it to a mass people. Okay, that was weird. And then it happened again. It's just like, okay, wow, these are a couple of signs. And I believe strongly in like signs. So I just felt like at peace. The vibe was pretty like, it was kind of weird, but I felt like, and being Adventist, you hear a lot of times like lay your burdens down. Like I never thought I could do that. Like when you go and pray at church, like when I get back up, I still feel how I felt when I first kneeled down. So when I went to Alabama, it was like I could lay my burdens down. Like I could just relax. Like I could just, take a deep breath and just inhale, exhale, and just like, trust, or just grow and, become a better person. So, like I told my aunt how I was feeling, and as we were leaving, I was just like, that was one of the best experiences I've ever experienced, as far as being an Adventist, because it was like people were praying for you, and we believe in the power of prayer, and they prayed for you every moment when you left, like 3 nights in a row they're praying, and then they pray for the people that come in, and like it's just constant prayer, and knowing that people are praying for you that don't even know you or know your situation, but they just want you to succeed, is like it's like it's an overwhelming feeling. And I wasn't even a student, and I was just like, wow, like that's amazing. So I definitely know that, well, I'm a strong believer in stuff happening if it's meant to happen. So I know I'm supposed to be at Oakwood, and I'm not gonna like beg you guys and take all your mortgage money, but
We ain't giving it either.
I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, and I know that I will go, and that God will make a way. Even sometimes if there seemingly is to be no way, I'm trusting that everything will work out. So I just thank you for all supporting me, since the beginning. A lot of you are familiar faces. All of you, I'm kidding, are familiar faces. So thank you just for being here, and supporting me. It's a long journey, but I trust that I got it. I got this. I'll be cool, in Alabama with the black people.
And the cows.
Yeah.